Ashtar Command, the Disclosure Plan. The Aldebarans, members of our transition teams, are currently collaborating on a grand plan for total disclosure that confronts a very slow and exhausting plan proposed by the elites, who are aware that there is no other way to escape reality. Many of these meetings with our diplomatic representatives on Earth, as well as with our transmitter, are very draining. Even though they often occur in the etheric planes of the planet, the memories of these meetings remain vivid when they return to their bodies, as do the negative impressions from those who try to refute our instructions. They suggested that, if there is really nothing to be done, a slower disclosure would be ideal, which would take over 100 years to complete. Obviously, we vehemently denied this, and will not tolerate much more time of deception and denial of our presence. Facing many denials about total disclosure, with excuses that people are not ready for such a massive and emphatic disclosure, the Aldebarans then said, let's see if the people of Earth are not ready. Thus, at first, we planned several terrain assessment displays to see people's reactions, and, as it was not surprising, considering the significant increase in consciousness level, most people welcomed us, and questions began to arise about what was happening in the skies, but in a calm manner without panic. Obviously, we cannot yet come with our largest fleet, as this would also imply magnetic adjustments on the planet, and could affect planetary biology due to the vibrational intensity of our ships. Little by little, we are modulating the frequency from low orbit, and preparing the life grid to receive even larger fleets approaching you. Your leaders continue to not accept total disclosure, which naturally includes the revelation of our presence, the true history of Earth, as it really happened, the cures already available for all diseases, and of course, that you were enslaved, which really bothers your leaders, because they know the consequences they will have to face because of all this. We have several cards up our sleeves, and one of them is that we, along with our allies on Earth, implemented a virus in their computer systems. If they continue to embargo Andley, or even attempt any reprisals against surface people, this virus will be activated, and will release all the information they keep hidden about us, our collaboration with Earth's history, and how they have kept in contact with non-federated races, when they made abusive deals to surrender you as guinea pigs for genetic experiments. We have given them a specific date, and if they do not renounce power and try to create more delays with false flag situations, we will activate this plan we call Plan Octi. At the moment, this is what we can inform about this plan, which also covers some other areas we cannot yet mention to avoid creating risk situations for our transmitters. We have not informed our transmitter, or anyone else about this plan, nor have we disclosed the deadline we gave, for a simple matter of protection. Regarding the total disclosure plan, we will also inform everything in the main secret libraries, including the Vatican's, and its rituals. This will spread quickly. This plan is quite aggressive, and we are trying to proceed with caution, as many of our allies are in the line of fire, as well as our transmitter being targeted by etheric plasma weapons that could cause significant mental disorientation and block the telepathic channel. Obviously, our protection is constant, but we must also consider everyone's free will, and at the slightest lowering of vibration, when they succumb to the provocations of darkness around them, a tunnel opens that hinders our immediate protection. Therefore, we continue to emphasize, love is the fastest, most efficient path to liberation, without further harm and disruption. It's important to say that our transmitter is not the only one we have prepared for this task, but we ask you to also have discernment through all sources you seek about us. These are turbulent times, and discernment needs to be very active in you, because just as the elites try to confuse your minds by creating false information about us, there are also people in your immediate circle, and even in esoteric communities, who can create false narratives simply to garner engagement in their social environments. The disclosure work we are doing also requires good discernment, especially for those whom we consider our allies, as you will need to be safeguarded with reliable information to retransmit when finally a great agitation begins to occur due to the first official pronouncements about us. Regarding this, we must also say, there are a very few leaders inclined to make a public and official disclosure about our presence. Due to a basic issue of harmony, and to not create social conflicts. We will not mention names yet, but we leave it to your own discernment to intuit where the river is flowing. Within everything we have informed, we must say that plans proceed as planned. However, we have other options if we observe any distortion. Your leaders will be further pressured by our fleets in your skies and must make the announcement. Otherwise, we will take some harsher measures, including activating Plan Octi. A basic sequence after the official announcement of our presence includes the release of the true history of Earth, our commander Ashtar communicating through all media on the planet, the restructuring of important pillars of your society like finance, science, religion, politics, medicine, education, and others. This is the basic of the basics of what we will work on. Obviously, this does not mean that Earth's own society won't need to get their hands dirty to ensure everything goes as planned, because our presence will not exempt everyone from acting consciously and responsibly in the improvement programs for life on the planet. Ethics, diplomacy, truth, love, and fraternity are the basic pillars of Earth's new programming, and those who do not adapt to this transformation, as you well know, will be directed to other environments, and the visiting star will also be tasked with aiding in the cleanup. Moreover, we desire our first official landing to occur at the United Nations, and, despite seeming ironic, which it is not, we wish to talk about the Organization of United Planets, and what we have planned for collaboration with Earth's human species, where we will bring important information that needs to be heard and put into action before Earth starts the necessary physical movements for its complete healing. This is an official message from the Ashtar Command through our transmitter Neva. Listen to the voice of the Ashtar Command now speaking these truths. The time for transformation is urgent, and a call has echoed throughout the solar system and beyond. We, the friendly visitors, are joyful but no less focused on everything that falls to us as part of this transition process, and also counting on our allies on Earth, who have taken on important commitments with us. Friends, love is the only way. Listen to the voice of the Ashtar Command warning about this. There is no other way. Enough with confrontations, enough with hatred, enough with disloyalty, enough with lack of love. The cosmos calls everyone to fraternity, and our presence is the sign that the Supreme Creator is about to chant the mantra of liberation from darkness. Listen to the call. Adonai. Neva. Archangel Michael's increased assistance. In the midst of the heartbreaking challenges taking place in California and many other locations around the world, our Father, Mother God, and the company of heaven are reminding us that we are not alone. The beings of light cannot do this for us, however, they are assisting us during this challenging phase of Mother Earth's ascension process in ways that we have never before been able to experience. This assistance includes greatly minimizing the loss of life. We all volunteered to embody on Earth during this auspicious time because we were shown the miracles we would be able to co-create as Mother Earth ascends onto the fifth-dimensional crystalline solar New Earth. The beings of light said that literally billions of other souls also volunteered to embody at this time, but they were turned away. We were chosen because we had demonstrated in our previous lives that we had the tenacity and the determination to stay focused on the light in the face of all adversity. Beloved ones, please pay attention to those words. For over 50 years the company of heaven has been sharing through era of peace the sacred knowledge that you and I, and the rest of awakening humanity have been preparing for lifetimes to embody on Earth during this unprecedented ascension process. Daily and hourly the light of God is increasing on Earth, and everything that conflicts with that light is being pushed to the surface to be healed and transmuted back into its original perfection. This includes the unconscionable atrocities humanity has inflicted on Mother Earth and the elemental kingdom. We are now experiencing the results of our selfish and greedy behavior as those atrocities are pushed to the surface to be healed and transmuted back into light. Archangel Michael has given us a lot of information and powerful tools that we can use to protect ourselves during this essential cleansing process. The divine intent of these tools is to help us protect ourselves and our loved ones from being bombarded and overwhelmed with the surfacing negativity. During this critical time, you and I have the ability to serve as surrogates on behalf of our sisters and brothers in the family of humanity. Today, we are going to invoke God's protection on behalf of every man, woman, and child on earth. We will invoke Archangel Michael and his legions of protection to seal every person in an invincible force field of protection and God's will, so that each person will be able to fulfill his or her divine plan in perfect divine order during this critical moment. As we proceed, know that you are joining in consciousness with light workers all over the world. Together, through our collective cup of consciousness, we have co-created a chalice of light that is serving as the open door through which the light of God will flow to assist humanity and all life on this sweet earth. We are functioning in the eternal moment of now. Whether you are participating with us in this moment or in the future, your magnificent light is being added to our unified chalice. Your love and all of your sacred gifts are being woven into this force field of light by your mighty I Am presence, your true God self. This unique activity of light will assist humanity and all life. Together we will heal and transmute all of the atrocities surfacing now that humanity has inflicted on the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth. As we begin, we breathe in deeply and go within to the divinity of our heart flames. We now experience our heart chakras opening to full breadth as we receive the infinite love of God flowing through our heart flames into the heart flame of every other man, woman, and child on earth. We know and accept that as the love of God lifts us up, all life is being lifted up with us. Remember, the past is over and the future does not exist yet. All we have is this present moment, so open your heart and mind, and be here now. Invocation for the elemental kingdom. I am my I Am presence and I am one with the I Am presence of every person on earth. As one breath, one voice, one heartbeat, and one unified heart flame, we invoke our Father Mother God, the mighty Elohim, the directors of the elements, the silent watchers, the entire company of heaven, and the violet flame of God's infinite perfection to transmute back into light every single thing humanity has ever done to harm Mother Earth and the elemental kingdom in any way. Purify the earth, air, fire, water, and ether elements, and restore them to their original pristine beauty. I accept that this is being accomplished now even as I call. And so it is. Beloved, I am that I am. I am invoking Archangel Michael's ring pass knot of God's first cause of perfection. Beloved presence of God, I am, in me, and in every son and daughter of God, beloved Archangel Michael, and your legions of power and protection, come forth now. Bless, stones, encapsulate me, and all of humanity, in your invincible ring pass knot of God's first cause of perfection. Prevent anything that is not of the light from interfering with our service to the light, and our divine mission of loving all life free. Archangel Michael, permanently station one of your mighty 5D archangels of power and protection within my aura and the aura of every person on earth. Direct these angels to use their swords of blue flame to instantly cut us free. 9x. From every line of force that would strive to prevent the immaculate concept of our divine plans from being fulfilled. Free us instantly from any blocks or resistance from our own lower consciousness that might try to impede the God-victorious accomplishment of our heartfelt service to humanity and the light. Cut us free. 9x. From every line of force that connects us with imperfection of any kind, and send your powerful blue flame to dissolve each line of force to its end. Place your cross of blue flame in front of us, in back of us, on either side of us, above and below us, and seal, seal, seal me and every person on earth, in your cross of blue flame, and your ring pass knot of God's first cause of perfection now, and forever. I so decree it, and accept it done, through the power of God, I am. And so it is. Force field of protection. beloved presence of God I am in me. I gratefully acknowledge in my mind, and accept in my feelings the living reality of your mantle of electronic light substance enfolding me in a blazing aura of ever-expanding protection. From within your cosmic heart I feel the pulsation of the flame of divinity, radiating through my consciousness. I am my I am presence, through which flows at all times the virtues, qualities, and blessings from God and His messengers, to me, and through me to all life everywhere. I also acknowledge and accept the mighty armor of light, and invincible momentum of faith so lovingly offered to me by my own 5D Archangel of protection. With loving conviction I decree. The light of God is always victorious. 3x. I live this day in God's light. 3x. God is in control wherever I am. 3x. The harmony of my true being is my ultimate protection. 3x. I do now invoke the added assistance of God's divine will to keep this activity of light sustained around me and my world, so that only the will of God may manifest in all of my activities, in all places, and at all times. I make this call as God's most holy name I am. And so it is. Goddess Machandi, Mintaka, Orion's belt. In a realm beyond time, a radiant silver weaver lived alone, her sighs weaving threads of light. From her luminous tapestry, stars and worlds were born, bringing life to the cosmos. Dear child, for so long did I hope that you would feel my presence again. I am of the stars and yet not solely from them but of earth as well, from deep within it, where the inner worlds intertwine with the upper realms. Yes, you heard me well, hidden beneath your earthly sacred worlds, realms of extraordinary energy, where portals to higher dimensions remain open. Even though my essence arose from Shambhala, I journeyed back to the stars, to my home planet, Mintaka. Yet, even there, my exile continued, leading me to other star systems, carrying forth wisdom and renewal. Now, I return to you, to whisper the truths your soul has always known. Child of the universe, limitless and radiant, you are far more than this physical shell you inhabit. What you perceive as the real world is but a shadow, a projection of the astral and divine. You are multidimensional, unbound by the confines of time and space. You exist simultaneously in countless forms, stretching across realities, a thread in the infinite cosmic weave. Remember, dear one, that within you lies the power of creation, the spark of divinity. Your thoughts ripple through dimensions, shaping the fabric of existence itself. What you imagine, you manifest. What you believe, you become. Do not let the weight of this gross physical realm cloud your vision. Reconnect with the subtle vibrations that hum within your being. Listen to the whispers of your higher self, the voice that has never ceased to guide you. You are a child of the stars, born of starlight and song, destined to illuminate and awaken. It is time, beloved, to rise above the illusions of separation and limitation. Embrace your cosmic heritage, for within you resides the universe itself. Through you, the infinite flows freely, and in your awakening, the cosmos celebrates. I am with you always, as is the light of Mintaka, as are the whispers of Shambhala. Call upon me, and I shall answer. Return to yourself, and you will find me there, with infinite love and eternal presence. Machandi. Life, the universe and everything. Thoughts on harmonious living, teleportation, and the coming disappearance of our solar system. In the 1979 sci-fi comedy, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the supercomputer Deep Thought was set the task of determining the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe and everything. After eons of calculations, Deep Thought solemnly declared that it had reached a conclusion, but the audience of scientists might not like the answer. It would have been simpler, Deep Thought continued, to have known what the actual question was. But, replied the head scientist, it was the question. The ultimate question. Yes, but what actually is it? Countered Deep Thought. Everything. You know just everything. That's not a question. Only when you know what the actual question is will you know what the answer means. After more prompting, the scientist coaxed deep thought into revealing. Regardless, whatever answer it had come up with after working on this problem for eons, the answer is 42. Since then, after the 1979 book, and the 2 movie versions that followed, the number 42 has become enshrined as the light-hearted answer to any unanswerable question. Recently, I was reflecting on the original 1981 TV movie, with its many comedic elements, like Marvin, the genuine people personality robot, depressive model, who typically ended sentences with, "Isn't it awful?" Then, I started wondering what the ultimate question could have been. There was, of course, the one big question that had remained unanswered for several millennia. It was considered the greatest mystery of all time, why the universe was created. After all, mystics would reason, if the Absolute is perfect and unchanging and always, why would it decide to create a universe where a state of imperfection could be evolved back to a state of perfection it already had? In these days of the shift to higher consciousness, many mystical secrets are being revealed to people who are ready. In the year 2007, I was given the answer to this very question when I was visited by an ascended master. The full story of this experience is recounted in my book, Spiritual Metaphysics, Answers to the Great Mysteries of Life, and this is the answer, as it was given to me in its concise, all-encompassing form. Curiosity was the first seed of action. Notice the word seed, as in, that from which everything else grew. Action, or motion, is the third component of the law of creation, the one that makes the first 2 components usable. In order to create the universe, as we know it, infinite being, stirred by curiosity, divided its consciousness into 2 complementary aspects, thought and feeling, or yang and yin, then set them into motion. A good candidate for another ultimate question might be, how was the universe created? What happened next after the creator aspect of infinite being decided to take action, and realize that the law of creation was the key to creating a universe teeming with life and endless possibilities? The details of the creation of the universe. When you look at the works of the creator, you can see that the trinary nature of the law of creation, thought plus feeling plus motion, appears and keeps appearing throughout creation, like a cascade of triplication effects. Everywhere you look at the way creation was designed, there are 3 of everythings. To create the initial structure of the universe, 3 areas were necessary: laws, levels, and attributes. That is, laws or principles by which the universe would run, different levels of existence through which the adventure of life would evolve, and the attributes, or dimensional properties of matter. Each one of those 3 initial areas was morphed into a 3x3 matrix of 9 items, thereby creating 9 laws, 9 levels, and 9 attributes. The 9 laws or principles of the universe. The laws are guidelines for consciousness. The most familiar of the 9 physical world laws is the law of karma. Another example is the law of evolution, which provides a constant desire to travel the path home to source. Other laws include unity and diversity, which explains why acceptance of every person as a unique individual leads to harmonious unity in society. The 9 density levels of the universe. Of the 9 density levels of existence, the physical Earth currently exits in upper 3rd density. When the ascension event arrives, it will happen as a solar energy event. This means that all physical planets in the solar system will be energetically upgraded from 3rd density to 4th density. On Ascension Day, as strange as it may seem, if an outside observer is watching this region of 3rd density space, it will look as though our solar system just disappeared. The 9-dimensional attributes of matter. The 9-dimensional attributes include space, time, and various expressions of energies. It is interesting to note that space is just one of the 9 dimensions, even though it has 3 varieties: length, depth, and height. Time is another single dimension with 3 varieties. These are everyday linear time, experiential time, which varies with frequency of consciousness, and, just to add variety to one's journey through life, parallel timelines. Other dimensions include the amount of electric, magnetic, and etheric energies within atomic particles. Perhaps the most interesting dimension is that of location. This is the attribute that lets an object know where it belongs in the universe. In the future, when we have recorded the subtle signature tones of various locations, we will create teleportation vehicles which, when isolated from the magnetic fabric of space, can change their location energy signatures and then rematerialize at a new location. Instantaneous travel. And, no doubt, this will be a whole lot nicer than airline travel. So, we now have a more detailed answer to the question, how was the universe created? Can we, like deep thought, reduce it to a number that challenges the comedic answer, 42? We could start by counting the creation of the original 3 categories: laws, levels, and attributes. Then, add in the 9 items within each one. 9 times 3 categories, that's 27, plus the original 3 from which they were created, for a total count of 30. Well, at least it answers a real question, and the ultimate answer is 30, not 42. Source: arrayofflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.